It's hard to juggle work and life. So I'm a mother of 2 kids. And I'm trying to be there for the soccer match, but I'm also trying to be in Switzerland for the next exhibition so I can stay up to date with what's being launched around the world. I do have the guilt trips. I do struggle with, missing this concert or this soccer match. But at the end of the day, it's a balancing act. The end result of every little aspect of your day-to-day interactions, your meetings, your job, your family, everything has to come together like a Swiss watch. When I step into an elevator and there's people around me, I do take a glance at the watch because the watch that someone chooses will say a lot about who they are. Women are quite lucky. We can communicate our styles through many things. But for men, I feel like watches are the most powerful accessory that you can have on you to send a message out to the world and to send a message to yourself as well. I started in MPP about 10 years ago, and I honestly didn't know the difference between a $50 watch and a $1 million watch. And the difference in price variation wasn't just limited to the gold and diamonds and the bling factor that you would expect in a watch. It was more about what was inside the watch. So it was definitely a learning curve for me. The person that I actually want to give special thanks to, if there's anyone that should be recognized for the Salon de Grand Complications, it isn't actually myself, but my business partner, Nader Freiha. He's the creative, daring force in the company. My job is to make sure that everything runs seamlessly and absolutely nothing goes wrong. And what he does is he brings the salon and he takes it to the next level. How can we make it more special? How can we make it more wow? How can we make people come to our show and never want to leave? When you've been in the watch and jewelry sector for so long, you create a special relationship with your audience. So we know what they like, we know what tastes they have, we know what's popular in this part of the world, and we know what our readers want to see at the end of the day. And the feedback we kept getting was that our readers were interested in an event whereby they can come and see some of the most exclusive watches that they will not be able to see anywhere else in the world. So the concept came to birth, the Salon de Grand Complications. We've created a semi-exhibit within our pavilion that showcases Sheikh Zayed's visits to Switzerland. We worked quite closely with the Swiss Embassy as well as the National Archives to obtain some images which have never been published before. I'm sure everyone will be touched when they see these pictures. This is quite important to us because the majority of the exhibitors are from Switzerland, and we wanted to build on the special relationship that the UAE has with Switzerland. So we have some incredible exhibitors in our pavilion this year. I'm sure you're all familiar with Panerai. This year, Panerai is bringing some of the most exceptional pieces that they have launched this year. Frank Mueller is another big player in the industry. As a woman, personally, Frank Mueller has a very soft spot in my heart, the way they play with colors and diamonds and the shape of the watches. Some of the key players you have to look out for when you come to the show are Louis Monet, which is one of the oldest brands in Switzerland to come up with some of the most incredible watches out there, and some of the key independent players like Kurbidance, Crayon, Cyrus. What's special about independent watchmakers is that they don't produce tens of thousands of watches a year. Some of them produce as little as 20 watches a year or 50 watches a year, and that's quite exclusive. You will definitely not be disappointed, and if you want the kind of timepiece that nobody else in town has, I think you'll find it at the Salon de Grand Complications.